In Vivek Chudamani, Shankaracharya says, Samyak vicharatah siddha rajju tattva avadharana bhrantodita mahasarpa bhaya dukkha vinashini. So if there is proper discernment, then the true principle of the rope is understood and the true principle of consciousness or Brahman is understood, and the delusion caused by the ignorance in the form of perception of a snake is destroyed, and the resultant fear and misery is also destroyed. Arthasya nischayah drishto vicharena hitokitah na snanena na danena pranayama shatena va. A person who has got conviction on artha or the ultimate reality, and one who has attained that reality by vicharena through proper reasoning, that person, when that person comes to you and or you go to that person and get a counsel or advice or guidance based on hita, based on the goodness of that person, and you also try to drishtah, see the ultimate reality by vicharena through reasoning and get conviction on artha or the ultimate reality, that is how you can attain the ultimate reality, not through snanena, ritualistic performances or observances like bathing in sacred rivers, and na danena, not by giving charity, pranayama shatenava, or by performing different kinds of practices involving the body like pranayama, control of the breath or the vital force. Adhikarinam ashaste falasiddhi visheshatah upaya desha kaladhyaha santi asmin sahakarinah. So here Shankaracharya says that falasiddhi visheshatah, the success of spiritual life, success in attaining the ultimate reality, depends upon adhikarinam, on a qualified spiritual aspirant, and desha kaladhyaha, the place and the time, etc., are but secondary details. They are just sahakarinah, they are just auxiliaries in this regard. Then Shankaracharya says, Atah vicharah kartavyah jignasoho atmavastunah samasadhya daya sindhum gurum brahma viduttamam. You have to go to the best of the knower of Brahman, Brahma viduttamam, and gurum, who will be the guru, and samasadhya, approaching that person, who will be also an ocean of mercy, daya sindhum, daya sindhu. You have to, after attaining such a guru, you have to vicharah kartavyah, you have to do contemplation or reasoning or vichara on jigyasoho atmavastunah, the thing which you are seeking as a spiritual aspirant, that is atmavastunah, the reality of the Atman or the ultimate truth or Brahman or God. Now Shankaracharya says, Medhavi Purushah Vidwan Uhapoha Vichakshanah Adhikari Atma Vidyayam Ukta Lakshana Lakshitah. Medhavi Purushah Vidwan. Purushah means a person, Medhavi, one who is Medhavi. What is the meaning of the word Medhavi? Medhavi means one who has dhi, one who has the capacity to absorb dhi. That person is called Medhavi. A person who has the capacity to absorb dhi or to hold on to dhi, that person is called Medhavi. So, dhi dharana kshamata, one who has the ability to hold on to dhi. What is dhi? Dhi is no ordinary intelligence. Dhi means spiritual intelligence. Dhi is the intelligence which tells you what is real and what is unreal. What will take you towards the ultimate reality and what will take you away from the ultimate reality. That is Dhi. It is not ordinary intelligence which tells you what product is available at what cost, how you can go from here to Delhi. All those things, that is a different intellect. And this intellect, Dhi, helps you in attaining the ultimate goal of this life. So Medhavi is a person who can hold on to this Dhi or who can develop this Dhi. So a person should be Medhavi. Purushaha means a person, and he should also be or she should also be a Vidwan. What is a Vidwan? A Vidwan is a person who knows the essence of the scriptures, who knows the essence of the method to be adopted to progress in spiritual path. Vidwan. So a person who knows how to understand the scriptures. So that person is called Vidwan. Why is this person necessary? Because you have to first be convinced yourself. You have to first be convinced yourself. So there are so many people who will be convinced just by hearing from the word of their guru. But most of us will not be convinced by hearing from the mouth of our guru. So we need some kind of analysis. And that is why Uha Poha Vichakshana. Uha means one argument and Apoha means the counter argument. So you see both pros and cons of a particular argument. And we see the tradition of commentators in Indian tradition that they will put something called Siddhanta, that is the conclusion which they arrive at, and they will say that there is a person called Purva Paksha. They will posit or they will introduce those arguments themselves. They will say that, let us say that a Sankhya person is telling like this. So what will be the argument of a Advaita Vedantin? So that is called Uha Poha Vichakshana. A person who is Vichakshana means who is having proper sight. Chakshana, proper sight. Vichakshana, special ability to see or to understand Uha Poha. Uha Poha means to understand both sides of an argument, to analyze critically an argument, who can understand the inner meaning of a particular argument. Uha Poha Vichakshana hai, Vidwan. So Vidwan is a person who can understand what is being told. What is being told. Why is it important? If that person does not have that kind of intelligence, it will be very difficult to understand the inner meaning. So Sri Ramakrishna is approached by Sarada Devi whether she will go to that fair, and Sri Ramakrishna says that if you want, you can go. So the implied meaning is that I don't think it is good. I don't think it is proper. So this kind of brain or this kind of an intelligence is very necessary, very much needed. So that is what is called Uha Poha Vichakshana. And if you have both Medhavi and Vidwan and also Uha Poha Vichakshana, you have this Medha, you have this Vidvatta of scriptures, and you also can analyze all the sides of an argument, then what happens? This person is an adhikari. This person is an adhikari. What is the adhikari? Adhikari, a person who is qualified. For what? Atma Vidyayam. And also, this person is qualified to attain the knowledge of Atman, but this person should also have other things, that is Ukta Lakshana Lakshitaha. From the 8th shloka of Vivek Chudamani to the 15th shloka, so many qualities have been told. So many qualities have been told. So all these qualities should be there in that person. All these qualities should be there in that person, and then that person also should be Medhavi and Vidwan. then that person can attain the ultimate reality in the form of Brahman, that is Brahman. So all proper samyak vichara and chittasya shuddhi and then arthasya nishchaya, etc., all these things that person should be able to have, that person should have. And once that person has this, then that person can attain and becomes qualified to attain the knowledge of Atman. Vivekinah viraktasya shamadhi gunashalinah mumukshoreva hi brahma jignasa yogyata mata. Vivekinah, a person who can differentiate between what is real and what is unreal. Viraktah, one who does not have raga, that is attachment. Viraga, one who does not have attachment. Viraktah, one who does not have any desire. Vairagya, one who has got vairagya. Viraktah shama adi gunashalinah. So shama adi shatka sampatti, the wealth of 6 qualities starting from shama. So Shamadi Guna Shalinah, one who has got the qualities Guna Shalinah, one who possesses these qualities. What are these qualities? Which are Shama, etc. And Mumukshoho. And also the person has got this quality of liberation. Mukti, I want Mukti. Enough is enough. Now I don't want to come to this cycle of births and deaths. That person is Brahma Jigyasa Yogyata Mata. Indeed, that person is Brahma Jigyasa Yogyata. That person is considered to be Mata according to me, or this is considered Mata by great people to be Brahma Jigyasa Yogyata. That is a person who has Yogyata, qualification for Brahma Jigyasa, for the inquiry after Brahman. Jigyasa, search, seeking of Brahman, Brahma Jigyasa. So this is called Sadhana Chatushtaya. First is Viveka, Vairagya, Shamadhi, Shatka Sampatti and Mumukshutva. Again Shankaracharya tells the same thing in a different language. Sadhanani atra chatvari kathitani manishibihi yeshu satsveva sannishta yad abhave na siddhyati. Sadhanani atra chatvari sadhanani manishibihi kathitani. Here 4 sadhans, 4 methods or 4 means have been told of by manishibihi. Manishi means what? Man is the word, and eat. Man eat means a person who is the lord of mind, who is the ruler of the mind. So Manishi. Manishibihi means all these sages in plural. So all these sages, people who have controlled their minds, those people, what do? They have told that atra, for Brahma Jigyasa, for seeking Brahman, knowledge of Brahman, you should have Chatvari Sadhanani. You should have 4 means are necessary. And Yeshu Satsu Eva Sannishta. And if you have that Sannishta, Satnishta, means you will have Nishta, dedication, devotion towards Sat Brahman. You will have Nishta towards Brahman, that which always exists. And Yad Abhave na siddhyati. And if you don't have that, then you will not attain this knowledge of Brahman. So what do we need? We need these 4 means, that is Viveka, Vairagya, Shamadhi, Shatka Sampatti and Mumukshutva. So now Shankaracharya proceeds to explain every one quality in a bit more detail. He says, Adau Nitya Anitya Vastu Vivekah Pariganyate Iha Amutra Falabhoga Viragah Tad Anantaram Shamadhi Shatka Sampatti Mumukshutvam Iti Sphutam. Pariganyate. first it is told, or first the counting begins like this, enumeration begins like this. With what? Adav, in the beginning. Nitya anitya vastu vivekah. Vastu, any object. Vivekah, the knowledge or the discernment between nitya and anitya. The differentiation or discernment between nitya and anitya. What is real and what is unreal. From there, adav pariganyate. That viveka is talked of first. So first you should have viveka. Then tadanantaram. After that, iha amutra falabhoga viraga. Iha amutra. In this world and in the next world, or while you are alive and after you die. Phala bhoga viraga hai. Bhoga, the enjoyment of phala, of results, of what? Of your actions. Viraga. You should not have raga. That means you should not have any attachment towards the results of action or towards enjoyment of results of action either in this birth or in the next birth. So I am going to so many pilgrimages, so I should get some good result. This attachment should not be there. Or after I die, I should go to this loka, that attachment should not be there. So unless you have this lack of attachment or detachment, complete dispassion, complete renunciation, unless you have this, you will have to again and again take birth. And then Shamadhi Shatka Sampatti, 6 qualities starting with Shama. Shama, Shama, Shama Adi Shatka Sampatti, and then finally Mumukshutvam. And then you have the quality of Mumuksha, Muktum Ichha, the desire to become liberated. Pipasa, the desire to drink something. Jigyasa, the desire to know something. The desire to do something. Chikirsha, like that. Moksha means the desire to get liberated. Sputam. So Shankaracharya says it is very clear. It is clear that the last is Mumukshutvam. Now Shankaracharya quotes the famous adage or famous proverb or famous saying, Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya. So he quotes it. It is not Shankaracharya who told this. He just quotes it in Vivek Chudamani. He says, Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithyeti evam rupah vinishchayah soyam nitya anitya vastu vivekah samudaharatah. Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya. So the Brahman is Satyam, real, and the Jagat as we see it is unreal, Mithya. It is unreal. Evam Rupo Vinishchayah. In this manner, Vinishchayah, a firm conviction, if we have firm conviction in this manner, then Saha Ayam, that I will have that conviction that Nitya Nitya Vastu Vivekah Samudakritah. This conviction, if you have, only then you will be able to do the discernment or differentiation or discrimination between real and unreal. Samudahritah means it is told. Udahritah, it has been illustrated properly. Sam plus udahritah, it has been illustrated properly. Sayam, this thing has been illustrated properly as Nitya Nitya Vastu Viveka. What is Shankaracharya telling is very simple. How will you know that what is real and what is unreal? How will we know that? Unless we know that Brahman is the truth, ultimate reality, and this world is unreal. Unless we know this, we cannot have Viveka. So unless you know that you have to go to Delhi from here, how will you know that you are going on the correct path? If you don't know that you have to go to Delhi, you will be going towards Calcutta and you will be thinking that, oh yes, I am going properly. So first of all, you should know that this Brahman is real. First of all, people should know that there is an ultimate reality. This very concept should be there. So we study in books, we study or we hear, and then we think that yes, okay. But most of us are charvakas. We don't even believe in something other than this world. In our hearts of hearts, we don't believe. That is why we don't get viveka. If you are not convinced of the existence of the ultimate principle, if you are not convinced of the existence of God, how can you realize God? So first thing is you should be vinishchaya hai. You should have firm conviction that Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya. That Brahman is true and the universe as I perceive it, as I see it, is false. But most of us are Charuvaka who said, Charu, beautiful, Vak, speech, who had wonderful speech. What did they say? That Yavat Jivet Sukham Jivet. As long as you live happily. Rinam Kritva Ghatam Pibet. You incur debt and you drink ghee. Bhasmi Bhutasya Dehasya Punaragamanam Kutah. The Sharira or the body, Deha, which is becoming ashes, where is it going to come again from? So most of us don't believe in rebirth, though we might have heard it, but we are not convinced really. And we don't believe in God, we don't believe in Brahman, or we don't believe in any ultimate reality. All what is ultimate for me is I get up and I take food and I properly am taking care of my affairs, and that is the end of the whole story. So that is why it is difficult for us to cultivate the quality of viveka, the quality of nityanistya vastu. Why? Because we are not convinced of the ultimate reality. So first thing what we need is conviction that yes, there is God, that yes, there is a ultimate reality, Sat Chit Ananda. That once we get that conviction, then we will automatically get this Vastu Viveka. Shri Ramakrishna, in his own way, unique way, he tells it in the way of a parable. What is that parable? A thief is staying in one room and he knows that there is so much of gold in the next room. Can he keep quiet? He cannot. The moment he understands that there is so much gold, he cannot sleep. So similarly, if we understand that there is this Sat Chit Ananda, this unlimited, independent source of bliss, this Ananda is not dependent on something, that you get some kind of good food and you are happy. This is independent. If we understand that, then we will automatically get Vyakulata. We will automatically become, we will start longing for that realization. So we don't have that because we are convinced that there is no reality apart from whatever we see. Now Shankaracharya talks about Vairagyam. So he talks about renunciation. Tad Vairagyam. That Vairagya. What is Vairagya? Jihasa. Tad Vairagyam Jihasa Ya. Darshana Shravanadibihi Dehadi Brahma Paryante Hi Anitye Bhoga Vastuni. What is that? Jihasa, or the desire to Jahatum Ichha Jihasa. The desire to give up is called Jihasa. So Jihasa, Tad Vairagyam. And what you have desired to? Darshana Shravanadibihi. You have desire to give up all the bhoga vastuni, all the objects of enjoyments. Anitya bhoga vastuni. Why? Because they are all impermanent. And what kind of bhoga vastu? Dehadi Brahma Paryante. The bhoga starting from body, our own body, to the Brahma, the post of Brahma. So Brahma is the controller. He is the most powerful person in the whole universe. So everybody wants to become the Prime Minister of India. Everybody wants to become the president of US of A. So everybody wants to become Brahma. Okay, I will now show you. Next time when I will become Brahma, I will make you come again and again into this world. You are now scolding me, I will show you. Like that, we have this. So Brahma, a person becomes Brahma. And then that is also Bhoga. That is also desire for enjoyment. So Dehadi Brahma Pariyante, Hi Anitya Bhoga Vastuni. This Bhoga Vastuni, these sources of enjoyment or objects of enjoyment which are anitya, which are transitory, a person wants to enjoy, but a person who wants to give up this will have vairagya. That is what is called vairagya, the desire to give up all these enjoyments, starting from the body or to the post or the position of a Brahma who has 4 faces, etc. How does this come? Darshana Shravanadibihi. By this comes by observing and by also listening, etc. So the enjoyment comes from all these organs. Darshana means eyes, Shravana means ears and other organs. So you enjoy through all these organs, and also you enjoy, there are 2 meanings of this phrase Darshana Shravanadibihi. One is all these objects of enjoyment you enjoy through your senses, that is through eyes and through ears, etc. But you get this idea of jihasa, that I should give up all this enjoyment through darshana, by observing other people. You see constantly around you that people are taking birth and dying. People are running after enjoyments and suffering. And also Shravana Adibihi. You get some instruction from the Guru, Shravana, then you think about it, Manana, then you come to you do meditation on that, Nididhyasana. All this you do. And then you come to this idea of jihasa, or the desire to give up these attachments to bhoga vastuni, which are anitya, which are impermanent. Virajya vishaya vratad dosha drishtya muhurmuhu swalakshye niyatavastha manasah shama uchyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat.